So this was a static insert wherein there was no parameters, so directly I wrote this query and we used statement, and this was a dynamic insert. I had placeholders. Let's try to do a update now. Okay, we'll try to do insert, update, delete, everything. So let's first do update using statement. So a static update. Update using statement. So I will ask the, we will update. Now which record do we have? We have this record, right? With the database here. What is the database? This is the database, right? FSD ET001 DB. We have one. So I want to increase Virat salary and make it 1000. What is my task? Update the salary of employee Virat to 1000. Okay. So what will be the query for that? Only this should change. Rest all will remain the same. Can anybody give me the query? Update. What is the table name? Employee. Okay. Set salary equals to 1000, where e name like Virat. So this query, if I execute, I will have one record updated, right? That's all you have to do. Now everything now depends the structure we have done. Now just change the query and execute the code. As it is a DML query, I'll be using execute update. And as we have made the statement, while making the statement, I did not pass any query, so I have to pass the query while executing the statement. And this will update how many records? One record, so one will come in row. So is 1 greater than 0? Yes, we'll say one record updated, no record update. Okay, so let's save it and let's run it now. So you have seen the previous salary of Virat, it is showing 800. If I run this code and check, let's see everything, if everything goes fine, what happened? Okay, salary we had to give a decimal, no? Remember? 900.0. So we made it 900.0, okay? So I'll make it 999.0 because we have to follow that decimal point. No, we had given what? We had given 5 comma 2, right? So to the left of the decimal, how many options we have now? Only 3 digits, right? That's why 4 digit was showing out of column, out of range. Okay, so you have to give, while creating, give a substantial number at the start only. Okay, done. And now when I click on this, it will show me Virat 999. Getting it? Okay, let's try to update multiple columns. Okay, this is a single column, right? Update using statement, update using statement 2. So I want to update the name and salary of employee number 1. What I have to do? Update the name and salary of employee number 1. Okay, so make the name to Tom and make the salary to 777. So all the three are hard coded. The new name also I know from upfront, new salary also I know from upfront, and the employee number also I know from upfront. So do I need to pass any parameters to the query, or can directly compose the query like this? New salary, how much? And then give a comma. New e name equals to Tom. And whose a number equals to 1. So directly I can so give a comma, and you can update multiple columns also. Let's save this and let's run this. Done. So now come over here. So this will become Tom and this will become 777, correct? Okay. I knew these values from upfront, so my query was static query. I want to do these both dynamically now. Whatever I did this, I want to do this using prepared statement. Okay, now let's try to do the same using prepared statement. So we have done update using prepared statement. So what is it? Update the salary. So what we can do is accept new salary and employee number and update the salary of the given employee to the new salary. So what will I accept from the user? So I will accept the new salary. So if, let's say he enters 555, then I'll accept whose employee number you want to make. So he enters employee number 1. So for employee number 1, make the salary as 555. So what do I have to accept from the user now? Okay. So we have that, right? So I have the scanner and we will accept that. So we'll come over here. Once the connection is done, or before the connection, whenever you want, you can do the accepting. Let's say I will do it over here. So what will we accept? Enter the employee number whose salary you wish to update. So he will enter the salary. So I will add it into integer a. Then enter the revised salary. I'll take into B. Okay. Now what will we create? Statement or prepared statement? So prepared statement query comes first. Query comes first and set salary. I don't know. This we are setting only one column where e number I don't know. Correct? Because I don't know what user will enter. So update employee set salary equal to question mark where employee number equal to question mark. Correct? And now make the prepared statement. Prepared statement from Java SQL. See there are two from com.mysql. So don't use this one. Use the one with java.sql. Make the object con dot what? Prepare statement. What is the function? And for which query are we making? For this query. So we have to pass the query as a parameter upfront. Okay. Now how many question marks do we have to substitute values for? So the first question mark is what type of value? Second question mark is what type of value? So now I will say ps dot set double. Okay. First question mark. Value is coming from which variable? Is it? Value is coming from salary. So first question mark is coming from B variable. And second question mark is what type of data? end. And values came from which variable? And then you can execute the query. So we are using PS, right? Not ST, so PS. Do I have to pass the query again? No, because once we have passed the query over here using PS, this will be blank. And how many records does it insert? Update, right? And then you can PS dot close. So now let me update the salary of Alice to 888. Okay, whose salary will I update? Employee number. And what is the new salary? Okay, not salary will not reduce, no. Is there any provision to reduce salary? Salary always gets incremented, correct? So we'll try to give a better salary. 950 will be. So let's run this. It's asking me enter the employee number salary you want to update. I said 2 and I said 950. Update it. So let's come here and check, and we should have 950. Correct? Okay, what if I want to insert 5 records now? Okay, so we can insert multiple also. Okay, so let me take this insert statement now. Copy this, insert using batch, insert multiple using batch. Okay, so let's try to insert multiple using batch. Insert multiple using batch. So this is my one query, correct? So here instead of writing create statement, we can write create batch. On dot create. Okay, so there is a provision for batch also. Okay, so there is on dot. Okay, so if you want to execute using multiple, no. So let's say we keep it create statement only. Then st dot, we don't execute it, we add it to the batch. You see this add batch? So we are just adding it to the batch. Which one? First query, correct? So let us, I can create multiple queries. Okay, so I will make one and add it to the batch. Okay, so this, okay, so we'll add hours, Ben, no, David, let any random order so that we can, if you want to sort it, we can sort it also later on. Chris, Frank, and else. Okay, so let's give dollars, $200, $300, $400, 500. Okay, query 1, query 2, add the query 2 to the batch, query 3, add the query 3 to the batch, query 4, add the query 4 to the batch, query 5, add the query to the batch. Okay, what will I do? Execute batch. What will I do now? Execute the batch. Okay, and what will it return me? Array. Array, right? So the first query has impacted how many rows? 1. So at index 0, what will be the value? So this array will look something like this, right? We'll have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. First query has impacted how many rows? So second query, third query. So this will be the output. Okay. So how many queries how many rows have I inserted now? So how will I get that? How will I get that? Come on guys, faster. 10th, right? So what will I say? So 5 greater than 0, I will say 5 records inserted, right? So let's try to save this and run it and check. Making sense? And now if I try to refresh this, it will show you the 5 records. Okay. What if I wanted this to be done dynamically? I want to accept the 5 record from the user. Now this was insert multiple using batch using statement. Okay. So insert multiple using batch using statement. Change the name of the file. Now I want insert using statement, right? Now I want using prepared statement. So insert multiple using batch using prepared statement. So I come over here now. Now what to do? So I'll be taking this from the user because the ideal auto increment, right? Or ideal auto increment, no need to take the ID. I have been auto increment while creating. Okay, now what to do? So now what we have to do is we can do one thing. We can run a loop. Okay, so we can run a loop over here. Let's say sysout enter the number of records you wish to add or you wish to okay, so if the user enters, let's say size equals to 5, so we run a for loop for I equals to 1, I less than equal to size I plus plus. So how many times will I ask this from the user? We'll ask this 5 times. Enter name, enter salary, and then what will we do? We will try to prepare the statement for the query. Okay, and then what will we do? We have to add it to the batch, right? Yes, we are setting the variables over here, and maybe then we can do ps dot add batch, correct? And then here we can do what? Okay, the ps got declared within the for loop, no? We have to take this ps outside and declare it over here equal to null, and we are initializing it over here, correct? And execute batch will give me what? Okay, why is it here execute batch, right? Execute what? The same thing we can use what we used over here. Okay, so what we are doing over here, we are asking the user how many records you want to insert. You will enter to insert 5 records. This loop will go 5 times. I will ask the user the details. Okay, so you will enter George, and let's say George's salary is 500. And then what will I do? Make the query. prepared statement, set the values, and then add it to the batch. So now I have 5 batch ready. I'll execute the batch simultaneously at once. Okay. Let's save this. Let's run and check whether it works. Okay, I want to insert 2 records. Okay, let's for testing this to only 2. Enter name George, salary 500, Henry 600, and it says what? Only one record. So it is adding only the last one. It is adding only the last one. It is not adding only, what do you say, Henry got added. George got overridden. Only Henry got added, George got overridden. So it is taking the last only then, if that means we are having issue with the loop over here. Insert into employee. So how are we doing over here? We are adding it to the batch, right? Add batch you are doing 5 times. Add batch. Okay, so you also we are doing add batch, no? Once we have set the values we are doing. Okay, is it like if I can remove the query from here? No, we have to pass the query. So you have to set the values. Okay, so let's take this and ask ChatGPT where we are struggling. Okay, so if we get stuck up with the syntax, no, we can resort to ChatGPT and see where the water is leaking. Okay, so it will give us the exact fix as to where we are running. So we say our code is almost correct, but there is a common mistake that prevents from inserting multiple record using add batch. So I guess add batch should come inside, I guess. ps.add batch. What did it do? Add each of the parameters of the batch. Yes, that's what we have done, right? Okay, it says put the query outside, but it says we have put the query inside the loop, no? So it's doing like this. So what it is telling us, you put the query what? Outside the loop. Query is outside the loop now. Now you can add multiple. Okay, so it was preparing the query each time. So this is what it told. It told what? Put the query, move outside the loop. Okay, that's all. And only the values are which are putting, you are putting inside over here. Make sense? Yeah. So we have got the fix. Right click, run as Java application. Okay, I want to insert 2 records. Henry, then I'll say Jack 500, John 600. To insert it? Yes, no? Yeah. So like this, if you are comfortable with the technology, ChatGPT will be of help to you. We both have come, Jack and John have come. So this is where we are struggling. Okay, so you all can. So I'm trying to show you all the entire range. Okay, how we can play around. So you have done insert, multiple using both, update using both, update using prepared, update using update single, update double, right? Yeah, okay, update using statement. This we can say update multiple columns. What we can say? Update multiple columns using statement. Rename the file. Okay. Now let's try to do a delete. So delete using statement. How will we do that? I just copy the insert using statement and put it what? Delete using statement. So how will we write this code? Okay, we can shift all this code, okay, of database connection to a separate file also now. So all this code of database connectivity, we can copy and we can make a separate class. New class, okay, my SQL. You can give anything, MySQL data DB connection. Okay, this is my own customized class. MySQL DB connection, whatever if you want to add over there, add ET also after that. And in that we'll have a static method. Okay, get database connection, and it will return me the connection. So whatever connection I have made over here, whatever connection I have made, con, it will return me that. What will it return me? So con is of what type? Connection type. So this function will return what type of data? Connection. Okay. These are prone to throwing what? Okay. We could have also, yeah, this is making sense. So now this is a static method, right? You don't have to make object of this every time. So now directly instead of writing all this much code, I can just write one thing, that get me the connection. So in one line I get the entire stuff. I don't need to write this code again and again. Okay. So now the code has become even much more cleaner. We have stored all the database connectivity code at one place. So it gives me the connection. I get the connection. I create the statement. I want to delete record number. I want to delete the record of LSID. So how will I delete that? Delete from where e number equals to 7. Static, right? All hard coded. Delete from employee where this execute update because the DML query, right? How many records deleted? One record deleted, right? So let's save it. Right click, run as Java application, and it says one record deleted, and I will have now 4, 5, 6, 8 directly. 7 will be okay. 4, 5, 6, 8 here. Yes. Okay. Then if I want to delete using prepared statement, then yes, as simple as that. Delete using what happened? Okay, this is supposed to be delete. This is supposed to be delete. Rename file. Delete using prepared statement. So now all this we can again remove all this and directly go to where MySQL DB connect dot. We don't require all this now. Now what will I accept from the user? Enter employee number to delete, right? So he will enter me the employee number, that will be an integer. You can take any number, any value of the employee number. And then what to do? Take the same query which we had. Query will be same, right? It is a parameterized query. Okay, so in this, first we will make the query, and then we will make the prepared statement, correct? First value will come from which variable? There's only one variable. There's only one, right? So it is an integer. And execute update Do I need to pass the query again? Okay. So now we okay question mark. Okay. So delete from employee where a number is question mark. I don't know the employee number. I'll make the query and then I'll pass it as a parameter. Let's run this and check. And now let's say I want to delete the record of George. George is not there. Let's do Henry. Henry is 8. So run as Java application and I say semicolon missing. There's a red. See, there's a red dot over here. No, should be wise enough that the red dot is there. You should not compile the code. 8. One record deleted, and let's say if Henry is there, Henry is not there. It is deleted. X 6 and 9. So we have done insert, update, delete, and multiples also we have done. Okay. Oh. Now let's try to do select. Let's try to do what? Select. So what select will do is if I try to do a select query, if I try to do a select query, okay, means I am trying to get some data out of this table. So let's say I want to display the name and salary of employee number 1. What is my question? Name of employee number 1. So static or dynamic? Static. So I can use a statement to select this, right? So let's make a new class. Select using statement. So how will I get the connection? I'll make a connection con equals to mysql dot get. This will this is this will throw an exception. Throws exception control shift. Oh. Connection from which package? Okay. So now I want to select, right? So I'll make a statement. So I can make a statement anytime, right? Create statement. Now what is the query? Control shift O, import that also from statement. Now what is the query? Select. What is the question? Name and salary. From, okay, I got this query. Now I want to execute this query, correct? What will I use? Execute query, execute update. What to use? It's a select query, right? For select, what do we use? And what will return me on the LHS? That is like a cursor, okay? So I will say st dot execute query. Should I pass the query over here when I'm using statement? Because I have not passed the query over here, no? So I'll pass it. And what will this return me? Result set. Okay, whatever name you want to give to the result set, import that also. Okay. Now what is this RS? Now this how is this RS looking like now? RS is looking like something of this nature. So this is how your RS is looking like. Yes or no? And when is the RS pointing to? Before first. This is the first. This is the first record, no? RS pointing to before first. Okay. Now how many records have come? One or two? Single record or multiple record? So is there need to run a loop over here? No. But I want to display Tom and 777, right? So I have to do what? Move this RS to the next record. Move it to where? Next. Okay. Move to the next. So I will have to say if rs dot next. Rs dot. So it says move to rs dot next and check whether there is a record over here or not. Is there a record over here? So if it will be true or false. Now where is rs pointing to this, right? So now I can identify them by their name also and or by their index also. And index starts from 1 over here in the result set. Index starts from 1. Okay. So I can say rs dot get, this is which value? Which type of value is this? String. So how we had set, right? In PS we have over here get also. So how we had set string. So here we have get string. What will I use? So rs. So let's this out, right? rs dot get string. Okay. Now either you can give the index of the column or you can give the name of the column. So if you give the index, what will I give? 1. And then I will have some separator in between. And I will say rs dot next is what? Get double, right? Rs dot get double. Which column? Okay. And then what will we do? Rs dot close. PS dot close. st dot close and con dot close. Always a good practice that we close these variables once time. Okay. Right click on it and let's run and check, and it will show you the. Okay, is this data which you're looking for? Tom and 777, right? If I change it to some other variable, if I change it to 10, so I should have what? Okay. Okay. Now the problem with this indexing part is if I change the order of the query. Now, is salary a string? Can you convert double to a string? Okay, chalo, if you convert also, just have to add double quotes, no? All you have to add is what? 600. You have to convert it to 600. So we can think that you can convert a double into a string. But how will you convert John into a double? Right? So this will cause problems. This will break. The code will break. Right? And I guess number format exception should come. Okay, it is showing that you cannot, there is a bad format. Okay. So better what we do is instead of hard coding the indexes, then directly we give the column name. This is which column name? E name, right? And this is which column name? So I'm putting salary. Yes, I'm writing both of them together. So if anybody wants to take any assistance, can take. So now get string is which column? That will come in double quote. That will come in. And this is which column? So now irrespective whichever order you give, I am fetching them from their column name. Okay, so I can fetch them by both the ways, either by the Indexing
Index or either by the column name.
either by the column name. Index is hard coded, right? You have to stick to that index. But in column name, you can fetch and you can display it anyhow. Now this problem should be solved. Okay. Now let's try to do this using prepared statement. Select using what? So what will be the difference? First the query will come. First what will come? Query will come first. And this will be a placeholder. I don't know, right? Then what will we do?
Will accept the Umar from the user.
So we'll get a scanner over here. Okay, so you can select everything up front only. Enter the employee number, right? So we'll come in which variable? Integer ENO. Once we have the query, now we'll make what? Prepared statement ES on dot
Prepare statement.
prepare statement. Which query? This query, correct? From JavaScript.
Yes.
How many question mark do we have to set?
So one question. Sir.
First question mark is this. And now
Yes, sir.
execute query. Do you have to pass the query over here?
No, sir.
And
We are
with the
not
result
passed
side.
over.
And this. Now you are comfortable with this style, okay? So whatever.
Yes.
There's only one line, so no need to go the bracket also. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now let's say I want to see the record of Chris. I want to see the record of Chris. So what would I do? Okay. Okay. I want to see the name and salary of those employees who are earning more than 500. Who are they? Tom, Alice, and John.
Alice and John. Yes.
Okay, so if I give this query display
Display
name and salary of
employees.
employees earning more than
More than 500.
now this can be, so what will be the output? Output
So
will
it
be
will be yes. Tom, Alice and John.
and John, right? So now what will be the query first?
Select
Okay.
email.
So statement of prepared statement.
Salary is critical.
Statement of prepared
So,
statement.
statement.
So prepared statement.
Statement of prepared
Statement, sir.
statement, right?
Statement
So
goes
we will
500.
do select using statement, okay? Part 2. Using statement part 2. So what will we do? Select salary. Okay, any order, what order you want to give? Better we give ename comma. Rest order depends to you. For salary for employee where salary
Salary is
greater than
500.
500. Now will it give only one record or multiple record?
So multiple records.
So
multiple
if
record.
or loop or a if condition,
So, why?
Loop, sir.
why? That's it. That's all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You want to display
Yes,
them
sir.
properly, you all can use string dot format. What you can do?
String dot format.
String dot want to display? You want to display this. Control Z. So that was, so you have to display the name and that, right? So string dot format. So I want to display percentage S and percentage
F is a double.
okay. And I want to reserve 10 characters for the percentage F, right? How do we do that? So we have to do percentage 10. That's what? What was the syntax of format? You all remember? Percentage S and percentage F. This first value comes from rs.string.
Name. Get strings.
Get string of
And dot get string and get string of name.
and second value comes from
rs dot get double from salary.
it comes from salary. Now it will be more or less the same only. Okay, so you can say 0.2f, so it comes to 2 decimal points. Okay, but now I want to format it. So what we had over here, we had right 10s, so reserve 10 spaces to this, and I want it left aligned, right?
Minus T.
Okay, now it is properly aligned. So like this, you can play around with it. So if you want to give a multiple record, you can put a loop and you can iterate through it. Making sense? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I have showed you all the entire range on which you can play around with JDBC. So this is the JDBC assignment. What you have to do is design a Java program to create a simple employee management system using JDBC and MySQL. You have to add an employee. You can add single employee and accept the employee ID, name, department, salary, and the program. Okay, salary and the program should add the employee to the database. You can add multiple also, like add. So whatever we have done now, you just have to integrate them into a menu-driven program. So switch case one, add employee, then update, then delete, then display. So display you can do single employee also, and display department wise employee also. Okay, display gender wise employee also, and display year wise employees also. So those who have joined before 1999 like this. And then I wanted to do display the statistics, display employee details with maximum salary, maximum age, all those also. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any concerns,
Yes.
queries? Okay, requirement use JDBC, MySQL, the connector jar you all already have. Okay, implement exception handling wherever possible, make a user friendly console interface using switch cases. Okay, and use Java cover, try to use as much as Java you can possibly use, classes, objects. So here I was just taking into normal variables, no, enter employee number, employee name. You all can make an employee pojo class, correct?
Yes, sir.
And try to pass that. Okay,
Yes.
getting right. So by what date can I expect this?